Welcome to another episode of Los Boys Podcast. With Don Pistolitas.
The homie Chigue.
Yo, the second.
Your boy, no.
Keep it going.
Sorry, guys.
Your boy, no. Good.
And your boy David. Bienvenido, mi gente, a otro episodio de
been
Los
a
Boys
while.
Podcast. Welcome back to the homie.
I'm fucking back.
Le falta práctica.
And then our boy JB. Oh, I mean, Jose Baena.
Daddy's back. What's going on? We've been out for a while, like where not all of us have been here in the same room collectively.
Yes,
Good
sir.
time. Good time.
Busy. We've been busy.
Well, Hector almost died, so that's,
Sheesh.
That's a story for another time.
And
He
Bueno,
was.
And Bueno disappeared, bro. He
And
did
Bueno
I was in MIA for a good amount of time.
he used his powers. He used his superhero powers and made himself disappear.
He turned into a fly, dude.
He was here the whole time.
I was in going to stadiums, going sneaking
And we still
inside.
can't find
There you
Mark,
go.
so
Wait, you went to stadiums for real?
Mark's at Guats, wait.
Where'd you go?
Mark's at
I went
Guats.
to Northwestern and then I went to UNC.
There you go. Good
Chapel
shit.
Hill.
Hey,
Oh, for real?
Northwestern Stadium is fucking sick,
Yeah,
bro. I've
that's
been
nice.
there. For the basketball game or the football
Football.
game? Yeah, dude. It's fucking nice. I've
That
been
area in general it's real nice. Man.
Evanston?
Yeah.
there.
It's loaded.
I knew somebody that lived like right across the street from the stadium.
That's by Winnetka, no?
Yeah, it's
Close to
it. It's east of it. It's more towards the Evanston. Is pretty much right on the lake.
It's nice.
Winnetka's more in.
Yeah, I bet it is. Well, welcome back, Bueno.
Appreciate it.
We missed you. Honestly, I think the podcast.
Damn, I got all serious.
Nah.
Got all quiet.
Nah, honestly, I think the podcast was doing great without you, but
No,
he really lips and he was looking at you. Bueno.
He's not gonna be here for another 3 months.
I know, right?
nah, we're really glad you're back, man. Honestly,
No, I'm glad to be back, man. I like doing this with you guys. I really enjoy it. So
another fucking week, and you were gonna be.
We're taking interviews and
Auditions
applications and auditions for new people, bro. We were asking him, hey, can you do sheesh? See, we got
was that one of your requirements?
That's one of the requirements.
Let us hear your shooter.
All right, David, what you got for us today?
I mean, today, guys, it's up to you guys what we kind of want to get into.
the fuck?
Well, no, it's an open forum tip style. You already know how
What we
do.
got today, man? Let us know.
Well, I wanted to say just we're in the last day of September. So, again, shout out to all the Latinos out there for Latino Heritage Month. And then for all those that celebrated as far as like Mexicans celebrated Mexican independence. I also heard Salvadorians also celebrate around the same time we do. So, shout out to all the Latinos out there. Hopefully, you get out there.
Is it Latino or Hispanics?
I mean, I think that's like a personal preference. I've
Is
always
it?
preferred Latinos because Latin America, Central and South America, all that. Hispanics, they give it like a negative connotation because they'd say we're owned by the Spaniards or Spain in general. Hispanic. I think that's like where the origin is. Don't quote me on any of that, but I don't know what you guys. I prefer to be called Latino.
Sounds like you pulled it out of your ass. No, I prefer to be called Hispanic.
Really?
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
I don't know. I think Latino has a different connotation for me. I think it's
How so?
more. I don't know how to explain it. For me, I think it's more like people are, to an extent, categorizing me and putting me down.
Really? And Hispanic doesn't?
Hispanic doesn't, not really.
But again, I'll look up all you guys. What do you guys think? I prefer Latino. Chica?
Do you feel like it might be because the word and the way it's pronounced, like Latino, it's more like in Spanish. It's like, like you're talking in Spanish, hablando en español, and then Hispanic is that English word where like, like a white person can call you like he's Hispanic and you don't feel as bad. But if he's like, oh, he's Latino, like,
I don't know.
What would you? Well, that's a good question. Though.
I
What do you
think I'd
prefer?
still prefer Hispanic.
Hector.
No preference. If I had to choose, Hispanic.
Bueno.
I don't know about you guys, but when I'm filling out job applications, I put that I'm white.
Well,
I mean,
that's your
technically,
race.
Why?
That's
That's your race.
Why would, what?
that's kind of how it
I'm
works
white,
on
so
the.
I'm white.
Unfortunately, that's how it works on the menus or like the
Yeah,
options.
on the
You have to
menus.
on the menus. Like the options, it goes.
Hispanic.
Right. No, where it says it's we have to identify first as white, and then it takes us to are you Latino then or Latino?
No,
Hispanic?
usually it's the opposite. Usually it
No,
says,
it goes-
"What
it
are
goes white.
you? What's your?"
I'm
I
not
think
white.
it's your ethnicity.
But there's no option for Latino.
Exactly.
I put other.
Or sometimes it does, but it says white, and then it goes to Latino
White
option or
Latino
Hispanic
or
option.
white Hispanic. Yeah.
I forgot what I
But there's
filled out
some
recently.
that don't
and
have that. There's
Yeah.
some that, and you literally have to like put on there what.
Hey,
Well,
Buena,
okay,
Buena,
well,
Buena.
let's talk. Well,
Buena.
let's address because that pisses me the fuck
Buena.
off. What?
Call me Joey.
I will. Yeah, you are a Joe. No, we call you Joe.
Like, all right, JB.
Yeah, JB.
Okay,
Joe.
JB.
Does that grind your gears in?
That really fucking grinds my gears, bro. Because I'm not white, right? Whether my skin color is
You're just lighter toned.
a little bit
You white
lighter.
as fuck.
lighter
though.
toned. Nah,
Well,
I'd
I
say
mean,
I'm lighter. I'm
Well, I
lighter
play
this guy.
soccer and I get tanned. I tan.
Barely.
Okay, pues lo
You
vamos a-
get tan by playing people.
Goal.
Honestly,
But that
all jokes
has
aside,
yeah, that has
He,
always
sit,
like
he
all
sits
jokes
by the
as-
window, like, where the sun hits him, playing FIFA.
Pones la lámpara en que lo pones por la-
a UV light.
the UV light.
No, to me it bothers me a lot. It's like I'm not white, Caucasian. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For me, it's like I am Mexican. Okay, if you want to say I am Latino, okay, fine. That's
But they don't have Latino as an option.
which is bothers me.
Yeah.
Like why would
I
but you
agree.
have Asian, right? Why wouldn't you have Latino? Because to me, you're not Caucasian.
Well, it does kind of feel like, are we not good enough to have our own box? You know,
Exactly.
Or because we either don't have a box or we have like a sub box. I'm telling you, where you have to do white, and then it says, are you? And then there's like a secondary box that it takes you to. I forgot what I filled out recently, and that's I did white, and then it gave me, are you Latino, Hispanic? And it had Latino / Hispanic. I'm surprised that you guys like Hispanic. I'm still kind of stuck on that.
Yeah, no. Back to that original question. I think I'm with you guys. I think I like being called Hispanic. Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
I
to me,
prefer
Latino.
bro.
I don't know if it just feels like it holds a negative connotation.
How?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't pinpoint it. I don't know why.
How do you-
but to me, it feels like it has like a negative connotation.
Hispanic. How do you say Hispanic in Spanish?
Hispano.
Hispano.
Yeah.
I think Latino sounds like and again, we come from Latin America, like the majority of us.
But do we really?
Yeah,
What's
I don't
considered
think-
Latin
I don't
America?
think Mexico's even considered, like,
What is it considered then?
Central America?
I think
Right.
there's some people
It's
still
North
consider it
America. It's
part
called
of
North America. Yeah, it's
North
North America.
We're part of
It's
North
still
America,
North
Yeah,
but
it's North
yeah.
America. Yeah.
but Latin America.
I think those are the continents,
yeah,
but I think
exactly.
you're confusing it.
Yeah, no, we're part of Latin
Yeah,
America.
let's not sound ignorant. Come on.
Latin America, Latin
Yes.
America
Oh,
goes
my
from
bad.
Mexico down.
Okay.
Yeah, from
So
Mexico
we in
down.
North America? Then?
We are North America.
We're part of the North American continent, but we're
Yeah,
Latin
that's
America.
what I meant.
Yeah, David, get your
We're
shit
gonna have to
together.
cut that part out, bro.
Nah,
They're gonna be all like, estos pendejos no saben. Y luego quieren
fucking
que
keep
les
it,
llamemos hispanic.
No, keep it because we want to know how
give
people
a fuck.
feel. We want to know how people feel, right? I don't. For me, it bothers me also when people. I mean, this only happened once, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to associate me or say like, "Hey, you're Puerto Rican," not that there's anything wrong with being Puerto Rican, but it's like I'm not. I'm Mexican, which I'm sure other people from other countries feel the same way, right? If you're say like, "Hey, oh, that person's from," I don't know,
Well, the
Guatemala or something.
one bad part about like anybody coming from the south is they automatically think that we're Mexican. Like anybody's Mexican. Anybody's coming through the Mexico border.
Right.
You're Mexican for whatever reason. It's just like, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of people in the media and certain people flat out say that, oh, they're Mexican. They're Mexican. You know?
And to me, that bothers me because everybody has their own culture.
Correct.
You know, and it's you're putting down other cultures, regardless of whether they're from Latin America or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like don't put down other people's cultures and take the time to acknowledge
Yeah.
what they're like, where they're from, right?
The background.
If
yeah.
you don't know, okay, that's fine not to know, but ask and not just assume that people are from Mexico or people are from whatever Colombia or whatever you want to say.
Can we put that as a poll, Hector, on the Instagram? Is what do you prefer to be referred by, Hispanic or Latino? I'm curious to see what our listeners.
Well, right now you're losing.
I know that's why. Yeah,
That's true.
No, I'm not. I'm curious. I didn't think I'd
What
be
about
that.
you? You like Latino? You
Yeah, I
like,
definitely
okay.
prefer Latino. Hell yeah.
I don't know. Okay, well let's bring up another topic. Latinx.
So
How do you guys feel about being called Latinx?
What is that?
I like that. I like that question,
First
Bueno.
and foremost.
I like that question, Bueno.
Let's start.
It's when you don't know your gender.
For real?
No.
No. It's
Well, it's kind of like to disassociate the gender from it, right?
It's to this, yeah. It's to take out the. Oh, so hey, just a question to our viewers out there is: what do you prefer to be referred by, Hispanic or Latino? So right now it's what 4-1. so let us know. So that's a great question. Bueno, it's Latinx again. It's a more contemporary term that people have changed. Instead of saying Latino, Latina, you say now Latinx to
Ah, 'cause-
again,
oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
to not
So, yeah.
to not be gender specific.
Well, it's gender inclusivity, right?
Correct. Yeah, and which is interesting because in kind of like the Spanish, in Spanish in general, there is a lot of connotation is very associated with, you're basically taught how to speak Spanish with gender involved in speech. It's either if you're going to refer to a person, man, female, or male, female. So it's kind of interesting because now do you have to add X to everything? So that's like a big thing. Again, I don't think it's an issue if you prefer to me to use Latinx. That's fine. I'll use that for you. For me, I will stick to Latino, Latina. But
for me, it's
I know you're like kind of seeing that it's kind of well, go ahead. What you think of it?
I don't understand. Like, don't call me Latinx. For me, you know what I mean? I think you're trying to make something inclusive, but now I'm feeling excluded because I don't feel like I'm Latinx. I feel like if you're gonna call me or if you're gonna put me to an extent in a category, which I hate that terminology, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm Latino. You know what I mean? If you want, and it's a difficult and iffy topic, right? And I understand why people say, "Oh, Latinx," because you want to be gender neutral and making sure that everybody kind of feels included in there. And and I'm for that. I understand that. But it's like, why does everybody have to conform to what a select few people? I mean, now you're excluding people to an extent, right? Because there's people that are like, no, I'm Latino. Why are you going to kick me out of that?
But I don't think it's been a select few people. I think a lot of people have voiced their opinion to say that.
I disagree.
What do you guys think?
I was reading that there was a survey done that people prefer. It was like, actually.
Hey, send it to me, yeah. What do you guys think? Chica? Bueno? Hector? Latinx? Latinos?
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing that kind of terminology. So,
okay.
I mean,
bueno. Do you feel comfortable with it? Do you feel something?
Like, use it in a reference. Like, use it
so,
hold on real quick.
It's just like now.
Like in real life
for example, like let's say you're a Latina, but you haven't, you don't want to be categorized by a certain gender.
Chica just reminded me of that little kid that goes, and when you're
well, hey, hold on.
So you don't want to be categorized as female. You don't want to identify as female. So you don't want somebody to call you Latina. So you prefer to be called Latinx.
So, well, don't feel bad.
It's to not be.
Something real quick?
Yeah, it's just to not be gender specific. Go for it.
2020 Pew Research survey found that roughly 3 quarters of the U.S. Latinos were not aware of the term Latinx. So don't feel bad. That was literally last year.
Aye.
And from that survey, 33% of that say that they would like to be described as Latinx, and 65 say they shouldn't. So, I mean, I think that speaks volumes, right?
How many people? Does it say how many people?
Another option to hear, like, you don't give a shit?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you add 33%.
Hector just put other on everything.
Well, no. I mean, it was like 2% that said, yeah, they don't care or other or
Did it say how many people were surveyed?
When was that survey done?
Because
isn't 2020? Because isn't this something that's just like fairly new?
Yeah.
To like.
So now, like a lot of events that are again gonna be directed to our audience use Latinx as their like promotion on their names and everything.
So, what I think is that since they're bringing up that reference of Latinx not being associated with either male or female, that kind of like makes me think, down the road, like with the bathrooms thing, either female or male. So what does that mean for the future? Does that mean they're gonna have one bathroom for Latinx or
like
whatever?
gender neutral?
Yeah, gender neutral. Like,
I mean,
so what's up with that?
That's already come up where there's been there was this big thing in like a spa, I think in California. I forgot where the spa was at, but there was a man that stated that he identified as a woman, and he was allowed to go into the dressing room and changing rooms of the women, and was allowed to go into.
Don't get me started with that shit.
You heard about it, right? Where again, the guy was allowed to go into like the jacuzzi where women were, and he had showed his genitalia to, and there was like a little girl there, like she was like 10 or 11, 12 years old or something like that.
Have you seen that?
Don't get me started on that.
That guy, the MMA fighter that transitioned to.
Oh yeah, and he's fighting with the
he's
woman.
Like fucking killing all.
So Yeah.
He's not killing them.
He's fucking.
It's like beating
Amanda
them
Nunes?
up. Like, holy shit.
No.
Cyborg.
Right? No, it's a guy that has decided to, be transgender or chosen. No, it is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be politically incorrect. He is, feels and identifies as a woman. So now he's fighting with other women, and people are finding it, unjust because, he might have a competitive advantage.
It's not even about being politically correct. Fuck that. That's not okay in my opinion. You know what I
Do
mean?
you think that then
could
there's
do whatever you
competitive
want.
advantage?
Fuck yes. You could do whatever you want with your body, in my opinion, right? If you want to change your gender because you feel that either you're a man and you feel that you're a woman, or vice versa, that you're a woman and you feel like you're a man, go ahead. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But when it involves other people and you're affecting other people, that's where I fucking draw the line. In this case, obviously, I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
It looks fucking massive compared to the other fighters, right?
Yeah.
And whatever you want to say or not, whether that person's taking estrogen to kind of, I think, decrease the testosterone and make sure that the body's changing into more of a woman shape.
Right.
The reality of shit is that person was born a man, fucking grew up a man, had testosterone, and your body's completely different. Your bone structure, it's just science, right? It's science. Your bone structure is different. You're gonna have more power, and to be honest, you could do whatever the fuck you want, but right there I draw the line because you're hurting people.
So you draw the line. You draw the line in sports. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily, but I draw the line where it impacts other people. Like, for example, with the guy right there going to the spa, saying I identify as woman, and there's a little kid right there. Because if that was my kid,
Yeah.
dude, I'd beat the shit out of him.
And if-
him or her, whatever he identifies as.
And it rallied up a lot of people because a lot of people went to the spa and said, how are you allowing just because this person identifies as a woman, but yet they have the genitalia? Why are they allowed to be on the side where, again, this can be happening? And the person did expose himself or happened to it. Whether it was on purpose or inadvertently, he did. And then it turned out that apparently this guy, don't quote me, I don't know if I read the follow-up, kind of news source that they did with it. He actually does this purposely. So he did it on purpose
Fucking piece of
to
shit,
get in
man.
there to. So
And
again,
expose
don't. Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Really?
He's a dude. I'd
So
beat the shit out of him.
That is
bro.
my issue. Is that I think you should go. I'm all for it if that's what you want to go about. But I think they should put something in place where if you're gonna do that, you have to kind of legally do that. Where maybe it'll be on on your identification or something like that, to then be able to maybe get in those kind of situations. But just because someone walks in and says, "Oh, I think that's a little too."
A little?
Well, fine.
Oh, what if you had a fucking daughter?
So
right
that's
there?
my point. I think
Now
it's too.
you have like people that have they're fucked up in their mind that they could be like, oh, I could go in there and
Exactly.
they're child,
Yeah, pedophiles or something. Yeah.
They could just get in like that.
So
Not even fucked up in
So
the...
what would take a person like that for them to be? Would you say they'd have to be fully committed? Like that person, like let's say, for example, he was right, okay in his mind and everything. He wasn't doing this on purpose. Would he literally have to go and fully transition into a woman in order for him to be able to go into that spot?
But
What do you guys think?
Isn't that what he's feeding away though? Isn't that what?
But that's why Chick is asking that. Is what does that person have to do to be able to go into or fight, with another gender from what you currently are?
Honestly, I think that's so fucking hard.
But I don't know. I'm not on either side of it, but I don't know. Like if you're like, let's say you're transitioning to a woman, right?
Mm.
And you're committed. There's people that do it and they
Right.
go the whole way because
Right.
they feel however they feel.
Right.
But maybe there's some people like, oh, I just want to fucking experience it, and they just do it halfway, and then you don't know. Maybe
Half
the
chop
fucking-
it up.
No, but that.
No,
But
no,
that
they don't fucking chop it up. They
But
just
then-
be like,
Let me-
They
Yeah,
just
yeah,
start
yeah.
dressing.
Yeah.
But that's-
then you don't know, like
But
later
that's-
on in the future, like, oh, you
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Like, if you want to go into the spa where you don't necessarily want to expose yourself to a little girl, a kid, wouldn't you have to? Like,
Yeah.
is that my thing? Like, wouldn't you have to? Because if it was on purpose or not, he exposes himself to that kid, and
Or to the
then
women,
would
the other
you have,
patrons.
and the other people. Wouldn't you have to fully commit, like or
I think there needs to be. You need to go to petition for something at like the DMV or something like that to say to be able to do stuff like that. In my opinion, because the fighter, I know I think he had the again he's having the transition
surgeries
done
and
or
stuff.
something like that. I don't know if he fully has it, but that person, is it okay now for him to fight? You say no, right?
I don't think it is.
What do you guys think?
No, I don't think so. Your like Vanna said, your structure. Your
It's a competitive
muscles and all that
advantage.
shit, it's what is it like? Men are more a little like 10% or what is something like that? There's a percentage.
I'm not
more,
exactly sure.
there's
Right.
a percentage more that
Because of
Your
the
body mass.
Yeah,
technically.
exactly.
Not always. Not in every single
Right.
case, right?
But most of
But
the time.
here, let's just put this scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna use you as an example, Hector. Okay, so don't feel like I'm saying you start that transition process, right?
Halfway.
You're 6'2".
The first
right?
thing he does is sell a mocha.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
first
hold on.
thing he does.
No, he said halfway.
That's
No,
the first
He
thing.
said halfway, just in case he wants to come back.
I'm not gonna get that.
Nah, but you're 6'2", right?
There's a big advantage with it compared. to
Okay, you're 6'2". You start that process, and now you're fighting against a woman who's 5'5".
Yeah.
Like, have you guys seen that movie for the basketball player?
Juana man.
Juana, man. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. But like, let's say like LeBron wanted to transition with.
Bron.
And go to the women and go to the
He's
WNBA.
gonna fucking be scoring like 100 points in every fucking game.
I mean, overall,
Any low-end basketball professional.
I don't know about that. I
any
don't know about
any
anybody.
type of sport, yes, you're gonna have a competitive advantage, but I think it's a little bit more riskier for you to be fighting, like
Right.
boxing, any type of combat sport.
Right.
For you to, being born a man and then fighting, being competitive against
There's people-
women, like
There's people chicken that they're fucked up in the head. That I'm not fucked up in the head, but they have like a goal way. Like, hey, I want to be the best at.
That's something.
No, let's say let's say like this girl, like an MMA, or this guy. And like, oh, I'm not gonna make it in MMA, but if I was to transition, then I'm gonna be a champ in
And that's
women's
And
division,
the
you know?
women's
and
division.
my biggest thing is you're hurting people.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're literally like physically hurting people because you have a disadvantage. I mean, they're at a disadvantage to you.
Because he fought, right, Hector? You
Yeah.
fought a woman already, and he won, right?
And he beat the
Or
shit out of
she
her.
won. Yeah.
Beat the shit out
I
of her.
didn't see like if she won. Or
he
not.
killed her. Like Hector said, he was killing. I don't think they would let him fight anymore, bro.
But that's the thing. It's like, why would it's hard? You know what I mean? It's hard to put yourself in that position. But
I just think there needs to be a process before you can go all out and kind of like what Chica was saying. You can't just say.
That's a very complicated process, though.
But I think you got to put something into play. You can't just say like, again, you get a UFC fighter. You get again LeBron, I want to go to the WNBA because I want, I now have chosen, or I have always, now just decided to come out and say I want to be a woman, and
It's just that's the thing though,
imagine
like
LeBron.
for example,
but-
let's say a person that fully commits to it and they really identify as a woman, they go through the whole process, they legitimately become a woman, and then let's say because when you were born you were a male, you go to a spot, but then you're like, I identify as a woman, she's not like fucked up like this guy was. She's not gonna expose herself to anybody because she's a woman now. She's actually a woman.
Then I don't think anybody would know.
And then yeah, but that's the thing. But what if your license says that you're a male?
I
And
think
then,
there needs to be something. in
But
place
then,
like that.
what if the spot tells her, okay, no, well, you know what, we're not gonna, you can't go into the female, you got to go into the male. But then when she goes to the male, she's being harassed by males because she's.
But I think this is why Chica. It's like if somebody wanted to do get a name change. I think there has to be something in place like that. I don't know what exactly that would look like as far as like kind of what.
David wants to change his name to Baby Dick Magoo.
No one laughed. No one laughed. I like how we're trying to have like a good conversation, and
Sorry about that.
and no one laughed anyway. So, I think that there needs to be something like a name change, or something in that process if like you were changing your name, and then
press
kind
the
of
laugh button.
Yeah,
Press the laugh button.
Aplausos.
What did you want to be called? Hispanic or Latino?
Hispanic.
Okay.
JB. You want to be called JB? Right?
It's not that I want. It's that I
No,
identify
you prefer,
as more.
yeah,
I prefer
yeah.
Hispanic over Latino. If they
No,
say
I just want.
I don't get offended if they say, "Oh, he's Latino."
No, I'm just
You know what I
saying,
mean?
I'm just saying because of the poll. The poll's
Oh,
going on right
okay.
now. Well, what's up?
Noise.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're all in agreement in that. It's a very difficult transition, very difficult topic where you also don't want to make people feel worse than they already probably feel.
Right.
Because they're probably anxious. They don't know what's going to happen. They're probably a little bit embarrassed as well.
I mean, they probably go through a lot. They go through that process of changing gender.
Of course.
It's already tough enough as it is to change, to go through that process to, being attacked by the community and stuff.
So like you said, Wade, they're thinking about it, and it's tough, like you said. You don't think people that go through that, they think about that shit, you know, that I might expose myself if I'm still not like fully
committed to
committed. Yeah. Maybe they think about that before they go to a spa, or they do. Like people that do that, or like what
they'll take precautions to avoid being exposed, exposing their parts to other people. But then what's to say that there's not gonna be someone who's just gonna be like, hey, fuck it, like I'm just gonna go say I identify as a woman because they let some other guy go in there, and then I'm gonna go in there for that purpose, just to expose myself or go look at these women.
They really can't say shit. What are they gonna say?
And that's the messed up part, is that there unfortunately might be people to take advantage of that kind of situation, and then what, and then it becomes a big thing, like it did with that particular spa, where it like they did big protests from both sides and everything. It got pretty intense. And then again, it turned out that this person was just.
How long ago was this?
It was recent. It was this year. It was either this year or last year, but it was very recent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also in the news, that chick. What do you guys think? That chick got they went on that road trip with her guy. They went like a cross country road trip.
That's sad, man.
And then the dude comes back without her.
Messed up.
That's messed up, bro.
So I only saw a little. Read a little bit about that happened.
Yeah, so they were in a van and they were again going across country. They were in like Utah and they're coming back.
It's like Hector going to Orlando and then you don't come with your family.
Yeah.
And then you say that, whatever. They decided to stay over there.
Taking pictures and then.
No, so she was doing like a vlog of the trip. Yeah.
The crazy part about that I was looking, and then shout out Flaco, he was the one showing me the YouTube video.
It's a flaco.
Was that they got stopped?
Yes.
Like not right before, but on their way to this, like to the park or whatever, where they were gonna go hike, and then like me and Flaco were talking about it, and it was like, by the sound of it, it was like, man, if I was that police officer, like, dude, it was like, you kind of caught them in certain lies. You could hear like some of these things that they were saying were lies. It kind of sounds like it was like.
Who was lying with?
So
the girl?
The guy. The guy, I mean, if you guys look at the video, it looks like the guy is very like
Fidgety.
like
Well, the girl was
everything.
crying.
Yeah.
So the cops, they pulled them over. I guess they were like maybe like driving a little erratic.
Pull that up, Jamie.
And then and then they pulled them over, and then they first spoke to the chick, and they asked her, what's going on, and she's like crying. She's like, well, we were fighting and stuff like that. And then they put her in the to the side, and then they spoke to the guy, and then what she was saying, the guy has like a calm demeanor, but again very fidgety.
So what I saw was that she put some pictures up, but like they were, I think after that all that shit happened, I guess he like killed her or whatever.
Well, they found her body.
They did find her
remains,
body.
right?
Yeah, they did find her body.
So he killed her, but he had post pictures like if they were okay, so he could like fuck up with the timeline or his.
And
You guys
that's
see
where
how they found the body?
not yet. Well, here, but just to follow up on that, and then I'll let Chica talk about how they found it. The mom was like texting, obviously with her daughter, and then that she stopped texting, but then randomly sent other texts, like saying kind of like you were saying that it feels like the timeline happened that he sent that stuff and posted those stuff. But how did they?
They actually ended up finding it because I guess like there was another couple or like people actually going
logging?
through the same
Yeah.
and then they decided to go ahead like pass by where the people were at, and then
I was walking.
yeah, and then no, they were driving.
They were driving, no?
They were driving, and they're like driving through the trail or whatever, and then they see the truck.
Oh, yeah.
So, but they're just like, they see the truck, and then they posted the video or they showed the video, and then like they found the body because if you like slow it down, you can see the guy like actually like either digging
For real?
or like
I haven't seen that.
or like doing something like it's crazy,
Well,
man.
let me ask you guys this, right? Let's imagine that you're the parents and you're in the situation. Would you help out your son, knowing what he did? Because he's, I'm guessing he told them. Would you help them out to get him out that situation that he's in, or would you turn him in?
So that's tough, man. That's I had brought it up earlier. It's like, what would you do?
You can never give one no credit for
Man, it's my
anything.
kid.
And I brought that shit up.
His first day
Is
that
that-
way, and then
My
Is
bad,
that-
my bad, my bad.
is
It
that-
was Bueno's question.
like
It was
the
Bueno's
referrals,
question.
like-
It was Bueno's question.
He's like, hey, Bueno, you're gonna ask this question, but I'm gonna say I said it, okay?
I think I would help my kid, man. I think I'd help
Really?
my kid.
Yeah, I think I would go 100%.
I think I'd help my kid,
I
man.
couldn't say until it happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
It,
mean, because-
obviously, it's a game time decision because it depends what he did, but I believe
Let's
that
say the
if I
same
had kids,
situation.
Yeah, same situation, bro.
but what the fuck? I'm not in this situation, so it's kind of hard.
Based
but
on
I
what
think
you
I
know.
would,
No one is.
So fine,
No
I would
one
always
is. No
I would
one
always
is.
say that no matter what my kid were to do, man, I'd try to help him out, man. So
I think you draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
I can.
think you
I'm
kinda
not, I'm
have
not
to.
there, but you know.
For
but
me-
I think
for
I would
me,
help
what
him
if
out.
you-
Where's the line? Where's the line?
What if you were on the opposite side of that, and wouldn't you want to know
Where she is.
what happened?
So first, that's where I think that this guy, like, again, they haven't really. Obviously, they found her remains and they did deem it a murder. But that's messed up, man. This guy just left it there. Like, I first of all think back, like, backtrack to even that. Like, if it put myself in issues, if my, again, there's domestic, issues that sometimes happen in relationships or whatever. Sometimes relationships get physical. But man, if you hurt somebody in some kind of way, how you gonna leave him there, man? I think that's the most fucked up part about the whole.
Where do you draw the line,
I
Brandon?
mean, he killed her, bro. I mean,
But
where,
still,
what do you
bro,
do
like-
if you hurt somebody? Obviously, like maybe that's different. But do
Bro,
it
if that's
when
somebody that you were like in a relationship with, you're just gonna
but
fucking
you-
leave him there, bro.
But you killed her. You don't think that at that point?
I think you panic.
Yeah.
I think you're not thinking straight.
Yeah.
That motherfucker had like how long for they
Well, he
found her
came
body in
back,
Wyoming, Wyoming all the way to Florida.
Well, dude,
he ought to have that time to
he
think
went
about
back.
that shit.
He was back for like 10 days, and they're
I
like,
don't
"Where
know,
is
yeah.
she?"
Wait,
So they said that he went back to his family, and he
Yeah.
was with them for like 10 days, and they're like, "Well, where is she?
Again,
Where is she?"
that was
and then
Wyoming?
he like,
And that was Wyoming to Florida. So he drove all that way.
Yeah.
And that's like what? How long is that? Like a 2 day?
But what's your expectation from that way? Do you expect to go back? Sorry, go ahead, Hector.
Where's he going?
yeah, he quit.
Sorry.
You cut him off. Wait.
Where do you draw the line, Baena? You said you wouldn't have. You said there's a line? Where do you draw that line?
For me, I think in like a particular case like this, I think the line's drawn. If you murdered somebody that's not in self-defense, you know what I mean? Like if it's self-defense, all right, I'm helping you. You know what I mean? Like if you're fighting and you fucking kill him because you were being attacked or whatever, bro, I would even.
That's not
Like-
the case. That's not the case here. There's no.
No, it's not
Exactly,
the case.
but
But
that's what
you're
I'm
asking
saying.
where he would draw the line, and I think
Yeah.
what he's saying is like, for example, let's say what if they were both fighting, or let's say for some reason maybe he was sleeping and then she was trying to like stab him in his sleep. He like woke up, he moved her or something, and like he accidentally killed her, or it was either his life or her life. I mean, it's in self-defense.
But I draw the line
Chica?
at like murdering. Like if God forbid, right? I'm in a situation, then I see like a murder spree, like the fucking kids or the fucking guy that went to what was it, the movie theater for Batman?
Yeah.
He killed
I
a
remember that.
dude.
Wow, that's
Fucking turn him in. Kill him. I honestly think at that point, give him the death penalty.
You'd kill him yourself.
No,
Like, why
but-
the-
Not me, but I'm like, give him the death penalty because I can only imagine how those people felt losing their loved ones. You know what I mean?
And
They're
the-
kids.
The thing right now, you haven't seen when they interview him.
That piece of shit from
Yeah.
the who
You
killed the
seen,
people.
like, you seen the
He doesn't feel
That
remorse,
guy's crazy.
and he
Yeah,
thinks
he
he's acting like he's all like crazy and shit, but
He has
he's
like
not.
he has like orange hair, right?
I don't know, but
think-
No, he didn't paint his hair.
yeah, he
think he
painted
might be
his
right.
hair.
Oh,
He painted
okay,
his hair,
okay.
yeah.
But-
But have you seen like when they interview him, like if he's like crazy?
yeah,
You
and he's
see,
not.
He's not. Wait, he just wanted like.
He's a
do
piece
it.
of shit, and they should
that
fucking
motherfucker-
kill him.
that
Oh,
motherfucker
they
was
found him.
smart away.
They found him already, or who?
Yeah, they-
No, they're talking about the
Batman one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh, okay.
You know
So-
what I think they should do
What's that?
to that piece of shit? They should give him to each family, let them beat the shit out of him, fucking save him right before he's about to die, heal him, fucking give him to the other family, every single family,
Heal him.
and then give him the death penalty at the end.
That's
You
called
piece of
torture,
shit.
bro. That's it's called torture.
Bro, he killed how many people, bro? You think
know,
he
man.
deserves that shit?
17 or something. Like
Now,
that, little girl?
based on that, do
Okay,
you?
So his intent was only killing people because they didn't have a goal or something like that. But he did not want to kill kids, but he killed a little girl.
Because he just randomly shot into the fucking audience.
Well,
What the
he
fuck?
thought that because it's like at the time that the movie was at, he thought that there was not gonna be no kids.
I mean,
Regardless, it was crazy.
based on
But-
what you were saying earlier,
Piece of
Jose, would you rather him get the death penalty or live out the rest of his life in jail?
In what situation?
And the one that you
with the
just
kid from
mentioned.
the
The spree? The
Yeah.
spree?
No, kill him at the end.
No,
kill him
that's
at the
That's
end.
not the question.
That's not the question. Would you rather him get the death penalty.
Get the death penalty.
Or live out the rest of his
Death
life.
penalty. Get him.
But then he,
I
like,
agree, I agree with that, chick, because it costs money. It costs money.
He fucking killed all these
yeah,
people.
but then he doesn't. What's the suffering? He's not getting. He's not suffer anything.
So what you
He's
saying
dead.
That he's
out.
He's gonna go right
He's
away.
out.
But look at this. So
Go let him
his
suffer
family
now.
can still go see him in jail, technically,
No, they
right?
can't.
But that's
Yeah,
why. But that,
if they're, I believe, right?
You
Are you
only
sure?
saw, so I was looking.
I don't think they'd want to see him, but
I was going.
but that's why
to
you
the
restrict
videos
it, where you're like, all right, like kind of Jose was saying, like you kind of torture him.
but no, but
to
I
that
look.
point where it's like you don't get to see anybody, you don't get to do anything. You're in jail, like off by yourself, like maybe solitary.
But-
where
but
you
my-
get your meal every
Right,
day.
right.
That's it.
But
and-
exactly, that's my point. He's still
That's
living a
what-
life. It's not a good life, but he's still living it. So, and again, if say his family still wants to go see him, the people that passed, their family can't see him. So it's not like what No. Well, let's say hypothetically, just put it on. What do you think?
I don't know. Because I can say no. I can say no right now, and at the moment, I'll be like, all right, I'll feel sympathy for the other family.
Your kid just killed somebody. Would you help him out?
I don't know.
Fuck yeah, 100%.
Okay, so and Chige, what did you
100%.
say?
I don't think I would.
You don't think you would?
Shit,
Woo!
I'm going 100%
I
out
think
there with you.
that's- Like Jose was saying, like you have to draw the line somewhere. Like
Fuck the line.
I think it's blood, man.
I have a son.
Like
I love my son.
shout out Janae, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want.
Why not hide you? Why not protect you? Take
But
me.
then she like draws on the walls, and this guy's already like, what the fuck are you doing? Ah!
I'm gonna take you out myself.
The thing for me is that you have to be a parent. You have to be a parent. You can't condone murder. You know what I mean?
But at that age,
What the
What
fuck?
happens
that guy-
What
yeah,
the fuck?
that guy's-
After that, though,
What do you
when
mean at that age?
That guy's 23, bro. Like that
like
guy's
what?
a grown ass man.
He
Like,
killed
yeah,
somebody,
he's a
and
grown
then
man.
you help him, and what's to say he's not gonna go and do it?
again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And
what do
then
you do?
what?
Do you still help him
You still help him?
the second time?
Now he's like,
He's like,
Oh, shit.
third time's the charm.
You got me.
you have a Ted
You
Bundy
got
on your
me.
hands.
oh what?
A Ted Bundy on your hands. You help him?
We were just talking about this scenario. You guys taking it to another level.
Right? Yeah, they're all like, "Fuck, what if he does it
Okay,
again?"
You have
Alright.
you have a fucking kid who's killed three people already.
I think at that point, there's
Right.
Like he's like, you draw,
You gotta change my mind that I
He's
think
like-
there's a certain limit.
you draw the line
you
at
draw the
three
line.
at 3 murders.
Three strikes, you're out.
No, because I think you draw the line at like, okay, if it's self defense, I'm gonna help you. If I can, I'm gonna get you the lawyers and we're gonna figure this out. If not,
You
I'm
want to help him run.
I'd fucking send him to Mexico. If I know for a fact and I hear the report, whatever, self defense or whatever, dude.
But you
you're
keep,
what
you
if
keep
he-
bringing up self-defense. You don't know that yet.
Exactly. What if he
Yeah,
tells you that it's
yeah.
self-defense and it really wasn't?
Yeah, like he's painting the picture for you.
well, you gotta
he's
give the
already
benefit of the doubt, right?
He's already in Mexico,
Exactly.
right?
So that's what I would do.
Yeah, but so you just
It's the
helped
same
out.
thing what I'm doing, but he's just painting the picture for you.
No, I mean, yeah.
'Cause what if that
it's
guy-
hard? It's hard.
You're
it's
gonna
hard.
believe your son 1,000%.
I don't know, man. I think
I think you gotta know your kids.
You know. I think every parent knows when their son is lying, man.
I think you gotta know your kid.
Yeah, that too.
I think everybody would like to think that they were going to raise their kids so they don't do that, obviously. But come on, Chica. The guy literally, Wyoming, Florida,
I know.
10 days, and then he's been hiding ever since. He's been hiding in like
You think the
some
family
marsh.
knows where he is, or
Um,
did they just tell him like, dude, just leave? Like,
That's hard, man.
I don't think that they know exactly.
Well, they
where
did
he
go
is.
camping right before he left. They went camping together as a family.
No.
They did.
No.
They did. They
No
did.
way.
Yeah, they did.
They went on the cross country trip. He came back, and then he was like hiding out
Yeah,
at
they-
the
where-
mountain.
parents.
where is?
And
where
then
is he?
and then the
Like,
cops
no,
came,
no.
and then he left.
They
Nope.
talked to
Nope.
him.
Nope.
The cops actually talked to him, and then he was just like a person of interest.
They
and then
he came
left.
back to the house and he went camping with his parents.
No way.
Yeah, he did. Look it up.
Fine, bueno, no te voy a pelear. Te vas a enojar.
He did. He did.
You're
He
gonna
did.
disappear for another 3 months.
I think they did go camping together with his parents.
But anyway, so the cops came to the parents and they asked him like, "Where's he at?" And the parents did say that he was.
Amigo
at a cer-
Hector.
And the parents
I haven't.
and the parents said that he was at a
Look it
certain
up,
location. The parents said that he was at a certain location, and I think they might be lying. And that because they've been like having like tons of search parties looking for him in this particular area. I think the parents may have said that just to
Throw it off.
throw him off the trail. They even, hey, did you guys hear Dog the Bounty Hunter
Yeah, I
is
saw
looking
that.
for him? Dog the Bounty
I'll
Hunter.
catch him.
Hey, he said he would.
You'll catch
He
him.
said he would.
For sure.
It's just hard. It's a hard.
So
Hector,
well, let me ask
Hector
you
will
this right
find
now.
them. Hector will find them. Wait.
You wouldn't lawyer up? Would you lawyer up?
They could charge the parents. I think.
If I was the parent,
Yeah.
I would lawyer up immediately.
But you lawyer up your son.
If
Yes. I mean, you still got it. It's still your son, way. You know what I mean? Even if he's found guilty, right? Like if he actually did it and then he confessed, yeah, I did it. I mean, it's gonna hurt me.
So like when it was, so, JB's got a shirt on backwards.
Well, how did that
No
happen?
te sabes del Steve, bro.
How did that happen?
Pobre Leo ha de estar también al revés también.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shoot.
Sheesh.
No, it's tough. It's a tough situation for sure.
It's a very difficult
he
situation.
dressed himself
All right,
up
well-
today, that's
well,
all.
here's another one. Here's another one, right? Let's say you by accident kill someone.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Run.
Where do you go?
Mexico.
How fast?
Real fast.
Do you tell anybody? Like, do you tell Janera? Do you tell
Nah, no one.
Interesting.
Why? It's spousal privilege.
I don't tell anyone.
You just leave and
I
you're gone
leave.
forever.
Nah, leave.
If it was an accident, I don't think I'd run.
Oh, I'd leave.
You wouldn't run?
If it was an accident.
If it was an accident, well, why would you run?
Yeah.
You're gonna
why
make yourself
would
look
you run?
guilty.
Yeah.
But what if it looks like you did it on purpose, though? Like, what if it looks like, even if it was self-defense?
Post bail and then run.
Why?
Because it looks like if by the sound of it,
I
It's
think
very hard
I
to
think
do.
I would run because I know as a matter of fact, when I'm in the legal system, in the court system, I think I have no chance. Based on the jury, like I think
It's tough, yeah.
I'm already at a disadvantage.
I mean, overall, I think it's all about.
'Cause I'm Hispanic.
If you have money.
You're a
though.
dark Latinx.
A dark one. A darkie.
Nah, I think it's dark.
But you don't have any priors or anything.
Yeah, but it's all
It doesn't
about
matter, bro.
money.
When you're in the legal system, you're still at a disadvantage.
Even if you have money, even if you're fucking guilty, dude, you can get away with it.
Facts.
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 So I'm never mind. I take my answer back. I'm running. I'm fucking.
Yeah, you gotta run, bro.
I'm
You
broke
gotta
as
run.
fuck.
If you have the chance to run, you run.
Run immediately. David?
I'd probably tell like somebody, just so again they let the rest of my family know, and then I'm running.
Hector can't
No,
run.
you can't
so-
tell. You can't tell your family, bro, because then they.
I would tell one person. I would have told my whole family. I would tell
Oh,
one
okay.
person.
Who's that one
kinda
person?
Let them, I can't say. 'Cause then-
I would tell
Because
my
then you guys
wife.
are gonna go to her. Like,
No, I wouldn't
Exactly.
tell.
like you know
I
where
wouldn't-
he is.
I would take my wife with
Hey,
me.
it's
I
a
wouldn't
her.
tell anyone because
You already said it's a her. You
No, I
already
didn't say that. No, I didn't say her. I said
I don't tell anyone
someone.
because if you told your wife,
It's spousal privilege. Nothing
can't
happens to
say
them.
anything.
They can't. Yeah,
Spousal privileges.
They don't
Is that
have
a
to
thing?
say it.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
the thing.
Can she say something though?
No, she has spousal privilege. If she knows, she can incriminate you.
She can't incriminate. She can't be incriminated for
Yeah.
your crimes. So she should be on.
She can't be incriminated, but can't she?
She could just say, "I don't know."
Oh, she
anything.
could turn your ass in. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
she
could
course,
turn
yeah,
you
of
in.
course,
She
yeah.
can turn you in.
But-
But
That's why.
but if he goes to trial,
fuck
yeah.
that, right? But no.
But if he goes to trial, they can't put his wife on.
I know
can't
they can't
I
put his
understand.
wife, but
But yeah, she could turn his ass.
Bro,
in.
I would take.
Imagine she
I would-
turns you in.
I would take my family like this.
He's in such and such place. Go get him.
I take my family quick.
David's hiding at X's and O's. That's an easy one.
David's like,
Easy one,
"Oh,
right?
Fuck! I thought they'd never find me.
sheesh."
Sheesh.
We know who they put as a detective to catch you.
Hector, of course.
Nah, I'd be gone.
Hector, are you running, brother?
¿qué opinas, Hector?
Are you running?
Correr ese güey. Look at his knees.
Do you tell somebody? Do you tell?
No, tell nobody.
You don't tell anybody? You just
You
leave?
can't tell anyone, way. No
That's
one.
fucked up, bro.
Wait, what do you do with your family?
Exactly.
You leave them here?
How would they know?
Bro, I
You
take
go
my.
to-
Pero te ves como si nomás los abandonaste.
If,
No mames.
if you go to Mexico, do you go to Tecoman or?
You go nowhere way. You go nowhere they know you way. Otherwise, you end up getting caught.
So, but is
What?
it Mexico or like?
I don't know, somewhere else.
Chica's trying to get the
Right, yeah,
reward
it's not
money.
How much is it to turn Hector in?
If you want to get caught, you're gonna stay around the same people that somebody has to know you way. If you go where no one knows you, and you're never gonna get caught.
Pero you don't take your family, dog?
No way.
You're leaving all your assets
I don't
here.
think you could
They're
take
gonna be
your
good.
You would take
All
your
your
family
assets
with
are
you?
gonna be here.
But yeah, he's gonna be with Dulce forever.
You take your family away, and then eventually you get caught, and then they're stuck wherever.
They can come back.
I don't think you'd take your family. Bro.
Not if they-
I think
not
you
if they
fucked up.
run
You
with
put
you,
yourself in that
yeah.
situation, regardless whether it was intentional or not. I think you just maybe tell them, but you gotta get out. You gotta get out of there, bro. Let them kind of
I
continue
take my
to be
family
here.
away.
Damn, that was tough.
I take my family. I'll go to a city where I can work. Wait, anywhere in Latin America.
As JB.
That's JB. Wait. Anywhere in Latin America with a degree, with you're bilingual, you'll be fine.
If you can't use a degree over there. Wait.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Technically,
can.
the U.S. can
You guys are
ask
gonna-
to extradite you.
Yeah,
back.
Dude, I have a son now, bro. Like for me, it's like.
You kill someone.
But
So why?
if it was
So why are you
an-
gonna? If you brought here, your family came here to have for him to have an opportunity that you had. Why would you take him back to Mexico? and
Who's to
give you
say that
opportunity?
they wouldn't be able to have a good life over there?
Who's to say they will?
You're gonna be running.
Bro, you're
Yeah.
gonna
Here.
have to start from zero.
You're
Like
gonna have to change your
literally,
identity.
your money that's
Fine.
here,
I
they
can
can't
work with
really
that.
send it to you because they're gonna fucking track it. Like you have to start from.
You have no
zero.
connection
Like,
to any of your assets.
nothing.
They're all done. If you take your
Opposed,
entire
if you
family.
leave them here, all your assets are here, all your money's here.
I call. Anyway, I call the Elantra.
No, dude. I mean, why would I understand
What
what
if
you guys are
Leo's
saying,
already? What if they
but I'm
have?
never gonna come back.
What if this happens when Leo's like 20 years old already?
And
He's
he doesn't
established. He's
wanna-
No,
finished
I mean
school.
he's his own person now.
15 years old. You still take him?
What if he doesn't want to go with you?
Yeah. What if he doesn't want to go with you?
If he's
What if he
15,
fucking turns you
he has
in
no
with?
choice. He is.
What if he turns you
He's
in?
the one that turns it.
Well, he's getting an ass beating before I go in.
They're at the border.
He's
It
like,
was
nah, you would be like, Dad, you said you had to draw the line.
Leo's gonna be posting TikToks of where they're at and everything.
Imagine he like inadvertently gets you in trouble just because me and my dad on the run.
In the flight, turn this bitch around. Fleeing the country.
You know how beautiful La Obregón is.
I said where I'm going.
You're gonna go there. You can't go there, bro. You gotta go into the mountains, bro.
Why? Who's gonna? Nobody knows how to get over there. Wait.
It's
Only
on
your
Google
bitch
Maps.
ass.
It's on Google Maps. Wait.
Oh, everything's on Google Maps.
Exactly.
David.
I could find you right now.
Not gonna go to the mountains.
Google
wait.
Earth way. Nah, I think you have to have a
They're gonna
stash. I
catch
think
me,
regardless, you have to start having stashing money away. Don't trust the banks all the time, guys.
That's why I'm
Is
going to
that
Mexico.
why he's gonna go open? He's gonna go to Mexico. That's
Yeah, exactly. To get his shit in order. Hey, but we appreciate Bueno Good and JB coming back.
Yeah.
To the squad. Missed you guys, and it's cool to have the squad back. The Los Chingones Cinco or some shit like that. We gotta think of a
Stay
name.
away,
We gotta
that's
think
so-
of a name, or just call it Los Boys. Anyways, follow us.
Fucking secondhand embarrassment. Wait.
I thought you'd like that, bro. You and your dad jokes.
That hurt my heart. Wait.
That's because you're getting old, way. That's
Embarrassing.
that's because you're getting old.
Los
Way.
chingones cinco. Oh!
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out. Keep it. Wait, that's just embarrassing.
But anyway,
wait.
follow us at LOSBOYZ Podcast, LOSBOYZ Podcast, and all the socials.
There's a new link in it'll be on our Apple Podcast, on our Spotify, that you click on that link, link tree, it takes you to all of our social.
Noise. And what's our website? Hector?
YouTube?
So YouTube website, we're working on it. Something happened to the website.
Oh no. Okay,
But
technically.
it has
Yeah.
everything there. So
It's
it goes
under-
to
it's un-
YouTube, it goes to Spotify, it goes to our Apple Podcast, it goes to our
It's under construction, guys.
construction.
We didn't pay for the website. This one.
Missed our payment.
It's under maintenance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then shout out to we were just with okay, never mind. Talk about it next episode.
All right,
Anyway.
man, that's a wrap. This is a good episode. I mean,
Wrap
I
it
know we
up.
talked about each other a lot. We tend to do that a lot, so we're sorry, Hector. Deepest apologies from
Better go, I know.
signing off from Los Chingones Cinco, according to David.
Oh my god.
Don't be so. You hear how that sounds, dude? That's embarrassing.
It sounds horrible.
I hope you're embarrassing for. Yeah, it's cringe. You're not 15. Wait, don't say that shit, Hector, because that was embarrassing too. That was secondhand embarrassment too.
Just sign us off already, bro. Just sign us off already.
The guy that literally came in here and was like, "Sheesh!" Like,
Yeah, that's bueno. bro.
Chica, you're so embarrassing, man. All right, man. Signing off. Don Pistolitas.
the homie Chiga.
Yo, it's like
Your boy Bueno, good.
And your boy David. Thanks, guys.
That's cute. That was embarrassing.